Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to talk about the signal. So this is the very hot topic since last couple of versions in Angular. So they have introduced signals, computed signals, effects. I have been taking many interviews since long, so I'm trying to ask these questions to many persons, so they are get confused about the signals. They get scared what exactly it is, how to use it. So I thought that I can create one video on that, so I can try to explain what is signal, how to use it, what is the difference between the coding style which we have been doing since long. So what are the things gonna change? So this is the second video for the Angular new series. So we have covered one video in the standalone component. What is exactly the standalone component, how to use it, and what are the different ways to create a new application with a standalone, how to use a routing over there as well. So if you want to watch it, you can go to our another channel, uidevguide clips. There you can watch that video. So let's get start with this video first. So first of all, what is signal? So it's a special type of variable that holds a value and notifies the subscriber of the changes of the values, like the way we do have a subjects, correct? So we subscribe the subject. As soon as some value gets changed to the subject, it automatically notifies the subscribers, whatever subscriber we do have. So in that way, this is something matching to that. So unlike it is the traditional variables, correct? So now they have introduced this. So this is what the reactivity we are gonna introduce with the signal. It automatically notifies the changes, all the depends. So this is the one of the computation. So computation is nothing but we can have a computed signal. We'll talk about that after some time. Okay, so always it holds a single value or some value or a default value or something to make the consistent state. Suppose if you are creating a number type of signal, then it should have a default value or something over there, and it will notify when you set the new value or update some value. And it is very lightweight, so it is not a complete replacement for RxJS or observable, but it is a simpler way to achieve the same thing with the signals. So this is what about a small things about the signal. So let me open the Angular doc as well, so we'll see here as well what are they have been adding the about signal. So we'll start using the things as well. If you see here, so this is what the signals. If you see here, this is what the way we can create a signal. If you see here, it is taking one parameter. Okay, this parameter is nothing but the value, and if you want to access it, you have to access it like something like this. So what it is doing, this is something a signal or a getter functions. Okay, so we are putting some value to this variable, and it is creating a getter function. When you want to read that value, you have to use this getter function. Okay, so let's see here. If you see, let me hide this to-do list. To-do list we'll see in the next video. Okay, so let me go to the signal component. So this is how I'm putting the count here. Okay, so this is what it is. Now it will create a value. Okay, so if you print this, let me print this console dot log count. Okay, this dot count. So if you see here, it will print a getter function. Okay, and if you want to get some value from it, this, if you see, this is function. Okay, suppose if anyone asks you this question, if you want to get the value from signal, why we have to use a getter function? Okay, so it is by default gives us a getter function. Okay, to get the value as well, we have to use a getter function. Okay, and if anyone asks you to just print like this, so you can explain them what is the getter function and how it is printing the getter here. Okay, so every value in a signal or computed signal, you have to use the getter function itself like this, then only you should be able to access the value from it. Okay, so if I want to update this value, so we have a set function. Let's write here, we have set computed signal, then we have update. If you want to get some value and update based on that. Now what we can do, we'll try to play around it. Let me create one button function. I can copy from here. Let me put one button. Update signal. Let's do update signal. set signal. Okay, so what we are doing now, we are setting some value to our signal. Let me add this. Okay, so this is what the function we have created. On the click of set signal, I want to update this signal. So for that, what we can do, this dot count. Okay, now we want to set the value. Okay, so we have this writable signal. So whenever you create something like this, it will allow you to set some value. If you see here, it is created as a writable signal with a number. If you try to set some string here, it will give an error to you because it is a type of a number. If you see here, so that's why it is giving an error. So this is another type safety with signal. So let me update with 15. Okay, when I will update this, it will update this value as well. You see, it is updating this as well. Now, suppose I have this is the way we can do it. Okay. Now, if I want to use update, okay, let's go again to the file. Let me open that document again. Okay, so we have seen this much of things. So we can create a signal like this, we can print like this, we can set some value. Now, if you want to update the value based on the previous value, suppose I want to update this now. So what I can do, I can create another button here for update. For now, let me put it like this, copy, update. So now what I can do, I will create one more function here. Okay, it will go here, it will copy this count update method, and it will update this value. This should be this dot count because we're referring the value. Now what we're doing, see, if I directly now call this, okay, it will update this value. Okay, see, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I want to set some default value to it. Okay, so I can put set signal. It will set the value to the 15. Correct. So this way you can update your value. If you see here, you don't have to keep a track of this count here, correct? It internally creating that tracks for you. Okay. So this is the another way how can we do change detection with a signal. So this allows us to automatically keep a track of the changes of the variable in the components. So right now we're just talking about single components, but if you're passing some data to one component to another component with the help of signal, probably that we can see in the next upcoming videos with a to-do list or some other videos. So this is the way we can use set signal and computed set and update. Now let's talk about computed signal. Okay, so computed signals are the signals. These are the read-only signals. Okay, the signal which we created now for a count, that was the writable signal. So that's why we are able to update the value from it, correct? And we are able to set the value. Now this is the computed signal. So okay, so let's do one thing. Let's use this double count. So whenever your set value gets changed, we will double it. We'll try to make it double. Computed, let me use this from core. And one more question for you guys. Suppose if anyone asks you about this, from where we are importing signals and computed and effects, everything. So you should be able to tell them we are using from it core itself. So this is the now added in the core package. Let me add this as well. Okay. So now we have created this double computed. So whenever your this value get update, your double count gonna update. Let me print this as well. Let me put below here. P tag. Okay. Let's print like this. This dot. We print like this. This is not required here. Okay. So now what we're doing. Let me explain first this code. Okay, so till now we have seen how to create a signal, how to set the value to the signal, and how to update the signal. Okay, now these are the writable signals, but now we are doing one more thing advanced to that signal. So what we have created here, we have created one computed signal. Okay, so the syntax for that is something like this. It will pick up one callback function, and whatever operation you want to perform here, whenever the signal gets changed from here, this value gonna update. Now let me set value to 15, so this should be 30 now automatically. You see here, I'm not we're not doing we're not doing keep changes for value change or something, but it automatically does it for us. So this is the way we can use a computed signal. Now if I update the signal, see, it is getting updated every time. So these are the some common operations we can do with the help of signals. And let's talk about effects as well, because that is another part mostly gonna ask you guys in interviews. Okay, so if you see here as well, we have added one. Let me put this only so you can understand in better way. For this, we can put this in constructor. Let me import this from core, and this should be this dot count. Now, let me run this again. Okay, so let's on init we don't need for now, and this also we don't need. We'll put only this current count. You see here, it is printing this value. So whenever you want to do some operation based on the changes of the signal, we can use a effects as well. Now if I update this, if you see, every time it will update. You see here, signal value, it is getting updated every time. So whenever you put something here, if I put like this, it will keep track of this now. If you see here, default value is 20, correct? So it will keep track of this value, and whenever this value get updated, this will try to run these effects. So this is the general idea about it. So but let's read about more about that. The effects has many things. Maybe I will try to cover that thing later video, because this video will gonna big. I think I have covered the many things about signals, basic things about signal. And if you are the new to the Angular, or you are since working in the Angular but you are not aware about the signals, I hope this video will help you to understand exact signal, how to use it, how to use computed signal. So you can try to create small examples. Maybe I will try to create small example for you guys to understand better way, the way I do have one example already for to-do list. So probably this we will check in the next video. Later that I will try to create something, one video based on or to fetching the data from signal, fetching data from the service and put it into the signal, and load that data to the component, something that we can do in the next video. So if you are new to this channel, so please make sure that you subscribe this channel, so you will get such kind of videos. It will help you guys to the for the interviews as well, and for your daily life coding as well. And also we are putting many content on Instagram. If you are not aware about our channel, so please do follow that as well. So we're putting many things, questions over there for this, and some sorts whenever we do have. So don't forget to subscribe, follow this as well. And one more thing I would like to tell you guys about our ebooks. If you are preparing for interviews and you are not able to clear the interviews, so we have created one ebook for you guys. So probably that will help you to get start with your interview. Many people are facing issues to what kind of questions they are gonna ask in the interview. So at least this ebooks will help you guys to understand what type of questions interviewer might be asking you, and what are the things you have to prepare. So once you prepare, we can have one mock interview with you guys, so we can tell you where you are lacking, or are you good to go with the interview. So make sure that you subscribe our channel. You should follow on Instagram as well, and don't forget to check this top mate page as well. I will put this video link, this link to the description box. And if you have any doubts, anything, you can ping me on Instagram. I always available on Instagram, so I will try to help you guys. If you have any concerns about apart from the interview as well, that's fine. So that's it for this video.